Hello everybody, Happy New Year. Welcome to 2017. The first question is from Markog. Could you please clarify the difference between what you have recently learned about rotation this summer and what you previously understood? I've always thought your previous teaching on rotation and counter-rotation was excellent and very clear. What has changed? Nothing has changed, but there's been an amplification of how we use rotation everywhere, not just in the specific situations I've taught previously. Okay, so there's that one to minimize leaps, and there's to maximize the degree of stretch you can get between notes. And I've also spoken about counter-rotation and rotation in scales, so the Mozart G major from Honing the Pianistic Self-Image, counter-rotation, rotation, counter-rotation, rotation, counter-rotation. And that actually hints at what the Taubman rotation is all about. So this summer I had the good fortune to attend the ISME conference, International Society of Music Education, in Glasgow, Scotland, and there I met Maria Del Pico Taylor, who's one of the main Taubman proponents and studied Dorothy for years and runs the Taubman Institute in Philadelphia. Now, she gave a talk about the rotation techniques and was demonstrating it, the standard stuff, do a single and then a double and then a double and then a single and a double and a double and a double and a single and a double and a double and a double and a single, double. Now I'm getting mixed up, I can't even remember. And I, being a little bit brazen, she asked for volunteer and I put my hand up. So I go down and we introduce ourselves, and she had me doing these, and she had her hand here. So she was actually grabbing my ulna. And she was moving the ulna a little bit in a funny way. Actually, we didn't do any thumb crossings at first. We just did this, and she's not like this, not like this, and she was adjusting stuff, and it was very interesting because it was kind of like getting a Feldenkrais lesson. And at a certain point, I felt all my musculature change. I know that feeling. That's when the muscles snap to neutral because the skeletal alignments have corrected themselves. Oh, this is kind of intriguing. And we went on, we did some more, and it happened a couple of times. So she seemed to be showing that I should do it more with the radius in the ulna and less with the hand itself. And so the actual movement of the hand seemed to be somewhat minimal, but the arm was doing... And of course, the single and the double, a double is not really a double. A double is simply do a rotation and then do a backswing to prepare for the next rotation. So when you're changing direction, you don't do a double because that rotation that you did to play the note is already the preparatory backswing, okay? Right? You don't do a double on a thumb because the thumb, if you're going down, you rotate to the inside and then come over. But if you're going back up, then that rotation of the thumb becomes the backswing for the change of direction. Same with the fifth finger. Fifth finger virtually never gets a double rotation because it's either you're going to do the little counter rotation there, or you're going to come back down the other way. So why did that thing happen with my arm? Because when I rotate, when I just play the scale straight. So the idea is, in Alan Fraser piano technique, is that there's a skeletal alignment, that all the bones line up here, and now all the bones line up here, and all the bones line up here. And there's a lateral arm movement through the 5 notes, which means, 1, that I'm not using arm weight to play the keys, and 2, that the arm is shaping the phrase. Now the arm shapes the phrase musically, la, da, 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 but it also just shapes the phrase physically, like, because here it's aligned, 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 it's aligned. So what I found is if I add these rotations, it uncovers where I wasn't really doing it, where I wasn't really aligning.